Hello everyone. Welcome to the latest installment of Am I the Asshole? If you like hearing Reddit stories, it would really support the channel if you could give us a like or subscribe. Let's dive into our first story right away. Am I the asshole for asking a stranger why they were touching me? So, I was at a bar with my friends, having a conversation, when I suddenly felt two hands grab my shoulders. The person whispered in my ear something along the lines of, "Stay youthful, and you'll always feel free," or something random like that. I turned around and realized it was a complete stranger around his 30s. I'm in my 20s. My first reaction was to say, "Okay, but why are you grabbing me like that?" His response was, "I don't know. I just saw you looking at me earlier." I explained, "I turned around once because we were talking about something private, and I wanted to check if anyone was listening." He then said, "Oh, maybe I mistook you for someone else." At that point, I felt really uncomfortable. The whole mood shifted for me, and my friend sitting next to me noticed and asked if I was okay. She later said, "Maybe you could have been more gentle in how you responded." But I told her I felt violated. He invaded my personal space and crossed a boundary. I also explained that when someone does something inappropriate, I trust my instincts and respond firmly. I believe that if you call people out in a way that humbles them, they're less likely to do the same thing to someone else. Also, if he just said hello and introduced himself, I would have reacted very differently. Even though I stood up for myself, I felt awkward and weird afterward. I couldn't shake the discomfort, and I really just wanted to leave. Now, I'm questioning if I was too aggressive or if there's a better way to handle situations like this. Was I wrong for how I reacted? Don't be polite to men who creep you out. It's not your job to comfort them. Don't be polite to men who creep you out. Not the asshole. This sentence makes SM sense. Thank you. It took some practice for me, but I learned to say, "I really don't like being touched by strangers," immediately upon being touched in a bar. Actually doesn't bother me that much, but it's very effective. They drop you like a hot potato. Edit to add, and if they protest, ask Loudy, "Do you usually have trouble accepting no from a woman?" There are a lot of good men and women out there that will hear that and immediately step in. It gets attention real quick. A random person grabbing my shoulders and whispering in my ear would get a, "Who the hell do you think you are?" from me. Guy's lucky he hasn't been slapped. You were much more level-headed than I would have been. Being touched like that is a violation of your personal space. Don't let anyone tell you that you should be polite to someone who would do that. Not the asshole. There was zero reason for him to touch you. If it felt off, it's because it was. Always trust your instincts. Dude was being super creepy. I'm a guy, and that interaction is weird as hell. From the touching to the creepy statement, F that guy. Not too aggressive, always trust your gut. It ended up being harmless this time, but you never know someone's intentions. Keep being you. I worked at a bar throughout college, so I highly recommend your response. I've seen some weird, bad stuff happen. Am I the asshole? My mother-in-law stole my gift and I'm super hurt. My mother-in-law of 15 years asked me to lunch and finish Christmas shopping. She wasn't sure what to get my 9-year-old son. We met at the video game store. They were out of my suggestion. I told her of another game I had already purchased for my son, but planned on sending it back to make it easier on mother-in-law. Next store, I'm adding things to my cart for my kids. She is asking who they are for and pulling them out of my cart into hers. I nicely was like, "If you keep taking the stuff I'm gonna buy, Santa's gonna suck this year." She didn't seem to care. As we were checking out, I say I have to go to Best Buy next door and get my daughter her big gift from my husband and I, a camcorder. My mother-in-law is a hoarder of casino-gained merch, if you know you know, and said, "I have some at home, I think." And I was very clear in my response. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm excited to get this for her. Mother-in-law shops alongside at Best Buy, stands at checkout to completion, while we talk about how my daughter has this one on her list. And I was excited to see her open it Christmas morning. 2 days go by. My daughter stays overnight at grandma's. When she came home, she was so excited to tell me that brother has 7 presents under the tree. She has 6 and Nana got her a vlogging camera. but we need your help with the memory card, Mom. Who does that? I texted her asking why in the world she would ever think that was okay. Her response, it's a kid's toy, as if that matters. And her son, my husband, he doesn't understand why I have an issue. Am I the asshole? I had never shopped with her before. The items she was removing from my cart were not make or break, more like I'm done shopping, but I'm here in this store, so I grabbed some little bonus Santa items. It never came to mind she would gift the camera before me. Never, even when she was taking from my cart. It just wasn't even an inkling of something to be wary of to me. Because who does that? Enta. But is your mother-in-law always like this? Why would you keep taking her to stores? Tell her nothing, she's on an ice diet. You unfortunately let her by taking her with you if she is always like this. And the kid's going a few days before Xmas? Well, yes, she was one-upping you. Did you not anticipate that? You have a husband problem. Do you normally get steamrolled by the two? I have never shopped with her before. I thought I was finally breaking through with a real relationship with her. She is very religious, I am not. It will always remain a point of contention, so we don't hang out independently much. This day, though, I came home actually feeling like she was my mother-in-law. I thought we had connected on certain levels. Our home is lacking storage space, so I left a few items until the end, so I didn't have to leave expensive things hidden in my trunk. The things she was taking out of my cart were just what I call Santa bonus gifts. Crap I grab at Five Below when I go just for stocking stuffers. I didn't anticipate this. My brain doesn't work that way. I could never in a million years have imagined she could in any realm of possibility think this was okay. But it is intentional. There is no way it isn't, and for that our relationship will never exist outside of cordial familial facades. Is your husband always so wishy-washy with his mother? Oof. Answering that would probably require a whole different post on a different thread. Short answer, never if it's concerning him. I guess Dad can go figure out what the big present is going to be for your daughter now. Not the asshole. And I'd be concerned if I were you about how quick your husband is to brush off someone disrespecting and undermining you like that. Well, that's another episode of Am I the Asshole in the books. I really appreciate all of you who made it this far into the video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would really help the channel out a lot if you gave the video a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.